Attention viewer, you are watching the world's biggest monster truck diecast YouTube channel. This is Monster Jam OCT.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Monster Jam OCT review video. Today we are doing finally another Hot Wheels Monster Trucks review. And as I've mentioned in the past, I do prioritize Spin Master over these a lot of the time. And also these are still fairly new and I feel like they would gain a lot of traction. So here is the Case J assortment for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. And I want to thank Bernie Rubber Toy Company and West Coast Toy Mafia for helping me get these so early. They just got these in, so if you guys want to buy some for yourself, they are on their eBays. I will list the eBay link in the description below, so you can check them out. They're my good friends there at those companies. But as you can see here today, Case J has some pretty interesting stuff. We have the Piranha, like screaming like ah, or I guess, yeah, that's it. We'll trash it all. Hot Wheels Special Forces, Chassis Snapper, repeat of Psychedelic, V8 Bomber, and this one I do not have today. I will be reviewing Case G at some point with this in it. That is the Haul Y'all, the ride truck by Hot Wheels, which I have a lot of opinions on, so you'll hear those in Case G instead of this one because I did not get that from them today. I do have this coming in the mail, though, from another friend of mine. So the four new ones up here at the top, depending on if you found Haul Y'all or not in Case G, these are the four new ones, though. And then we have, of course, the first ever Hot Wheels Monster Trucks garbage truck. Then we have Chassis Snapper Black and White, Piranha, and the Special Forces, which looks like a blackout truck. I'll explain that in just a moment. We're going to start today with the Chassis Snapper Black and White because I feel like it's the least exciting of the case. Although I prefer it over Piranha, it is still the least exciting of the case in terms of the graphics. So let's check out the stats real quick. It should be the same. Yeah, it's the same as the original Chassis Snapper, so you can see the name is Chassis Snapper, the truck type is pickup, the strength is steel trap mouth, the crash check is hard shell hit, and the motivation is to always stick its neck out. And obviously, like I said, it's part of the Black and White series, number 6 of 6, and I'll explain in just a moment why I do not agree with this one being in there, but let's unbox it right now. Okay, the Chassis Snapper, the last Black and White truck for this year. We had a couple interesting ones. This is one of those interesting ones of this series. It's not as bad as the Megarex that you'll see in Case G. Megarex is my least favorite, and I think it was the biggest wasted spot of this series. Ringmaster is my favorite, which you'll see in Case H. Chassis Snapper kind of fits in between them all. There is a truck called Sling and Ink, and I've mentioned this in Case H. Sling and Ink definitely deserve the spot more than Chassis Snapper. Hopefully next year they will put Sling and Ink into the series. But Chassis Snapper right here in the black and white form, you can see it. A lot of detail in the black and white form. It has 3D raised graphics, so you can actually feel the graphics like a blackout truck. And here's this side with the Chassis Snapper logo, and then we have the actual snapping turtle. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, the logo on the tailgate, and then the side again with a white chassis, black roll cage, white rims, and black tires. And that is the typical setup for a black and white truck. And now we're on to the next truck, which is the Piranha. And I know it's supposed to sound like, you know, you're yelling, but I don't know. I'm not the best at yelling. I'm kind of a soft tone. So Animal Attack Series number 8 of 10 with the Piranha itself. The stats here, the name obviously Piranha with the truck type being creature. The strength is razor sharp. The crash attack is feeding frenzy, and the motivation is to strip the competition. Obviously piranhas strip everything they eat to the bone, so that's what it's referencing there. And it is number 58 of 75 for this year. And here it is, the Piranha. What an interesting truck. I must say it's not my favorite of the year. Actually, it's probably one of my least favorite trucks they've actually made. It is just, I gotta say, it's just not appealing. The actual casting itself, not just the truck, but the casting itself is just a weird looking thing. Like I've mentioned, there's a couple cars that they just can't convert that will look good. And this is one of those instances where it just does not work no matter what they do. And the sizing, the way it kind of sits up here on top of the chassis, it just looks kind of strange, and that's just my opinion. I know other people will differ from that opinion, but I just don't think it's the best looking truck, and the eyes are kind of weird. So we have the red windshield. That's pretty cool, though, for the eyes. And then we have the green tones with the orange and the mouth, which is, as you can see, I was pushing it. It's rubber, so it's pretty cool, though, that it interacts that way. And then it has a metallic or pearlescent blue roll cage with these shiny orange beadlocks and green rims with black tires and a chrome chassis. And it comes with a red crush car. And there's the logo. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'll let you guys give your own verdict on it, but I don't like it as compared to other Hot Wheels monster trucks that they've made. This is one of the least, or my least favorite personally, of the set that they've released so far for this year and actually every single year for their Hot Wheels monster trucks line. And next up on the review list is one of the more interesting trucks for this year, because this is the second time we are ever receiving a monster truck that is a garbage truck. And if you guys have watched my channel for a long time, the longtime fans will know this. I have wanted a garbage truck monster truck for years and years and years now, specifically from Monster Jam, and I'm still trying to push them to do one. I think that it would be such a great addition to the fleet, but a garbage truck is like a no-brainer. Anything to do with garbage trucks when I was a kid was the biggest thing to me. And I know that a lot of kids, girls and boys, agree with that. And this is something that had to happen. This is like the biggest thing that they could do. And I'm really surprised that Monster Jam has not hopped on the bandwagon for garbage trucks yet. Hot Wheels beat them to the punch, and I will give them the credit for it. And they did a pretty good job with it. Also, the reason why I say it's the second one is because the Matchbox team, when they did the monster truck versions of the MBX city trucks and stuff like that, they did make a garbage truck, which actually looks really sick with the front-loading feature here. So this one's pretty decent. It also has those old Hot Wheels Monster Jam rims and tires. That's the reason why I collected these. So this is the first ever one, and it is a nice piece. But this is the first ever Hot Wheels branded one. And of course, it's falling under the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks contract, not the Monster Jam contract. So Monster Jam, please, and Spin Master, let's get on a garbage truck. That's the next thing. I really think you guys should do it, because I know they can do it so much better. But this one's not bad. Like I mentioned, it's pretty decent. The name, though, I just don't like the name. We'll Trash It All. It doesn't make sense to me. As I just mentioned, there's the name. We'll Trash It All. The truck type is city. The strength is stink-proof. The crash check is compact or crush. And the motivation is to recycle the competition. So it's kind of interesting how it's a trash truck, and then they mentioned the recycling. Oh well, not that big of a deal. And as you can see, it's number 9 of 10 of the Hot Wheels Metro series and number 47 of 75 for this year. And here it is, the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, finally, after so many years, garbage truck. And this is a side loader, it looks like. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a rear loader. What am I talking about? Or is it a side loader? Where is it loading from? You know, that's an interesting question, actually, I'm asking myself here. I know the back obviously opens, so that's a feature, by the way. Really cool feature that the back actually does open up on a 1/64 scale. It doesn't stay open. Does it not stay open? I guess it doesn't stay open. That's kind of interesting. But if you hold it open, you can see the motor inside. That's pretty cool. But it reminds me of a Hot Wheels car. This is so sick. But it's interesting because it's a side loader, but there's nowhere for the side loader to drop trash into. But you can see here's the arm that would reach out and grab the garbage can. It just would drop it into this mechanical area. I'm not quite sure where this truck loads things from. But it looks like the side to me. But the back part here is super cool with the functioning plastic bed. So you can see the mechanics of that. And obviously this is a plastic piece here. This is a plastic piece, and then the metal cab with this shiny metallic burnt orange color with the front grille painted in and the headlights as well. And then we have We'll Trash It All with this cab, the arm to load the trash into it somewhere. We'll Trash It All with the trim, the car, the recycle logo, Hot Wheels logo, Monster Trucks, caution tape. The hydraulics are painted in. That's really nice of them to do that. And then the Hot Wheels logo making up the recycling symbol in orange, and then the same stuff on this side with a ladder to get up to the mechanics, and a blue windshield. As you can see, the post there is blue with chrome rims and a chrome chassis and black roll cage. So my favorite part is definitely the functioning back here. I just kind of wish it would stay open instead of having to hold it open. But you can see inside there's the motor. And that is also a feature of the 1/24 scale version of this. So they have made 2 different scale versions of the We'll Trash It All. And it comes with a green crush car van. So super sick. One of the best Hot Wheels monster trucks, obviously, out of all of their fleet so far. And I give them major props for still being some of the first to make a garbage truck monster truck right next to their partner from Mattel, the Matchbox MBX City monster truck garbage truck. And now we have the last one. It is a resurrection of the Blackout series somehow. It is not a chase piece, however, so don't think it's a chase piece. It's not a chase piece. It is just a very similar style to a Blackout truck. So HWSF, Hot Wheels Special Forces, number 63 of 75. And as I mentioned, there is the name, the Hot Wheels Special Forces. The truck type is city. The strength is hauls it all. The crash tech is cargo crunch, and the motivation is to deliver smashes daily. So let's go in and check it out. So as I briefly mentioned, it is a resurrection of the Blackout style series with the raised graphics and fully blacked out graphics. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the 2015 through 2017 Hot Wheels Monster Jam trucks had chase pieces, which were limited amounts of production trucks, and they were the Blackout series. And as you can see, they had these blacked out graphics of the normal trucks with a 3D feel to them, so you actually feel the 3D-ness. It's very similar and inspired. This is inspired by these with this black and white series, but they did bring back the actual Blackout series yet again. Not a chase piece version, but just a Blackout form of a truck with the HWSF. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see. The graphics are a little difficult to read because of the graphics color, obviously being black on black with the red tones. We have HWSF there with the Hot Wheels logo, a badge that says HWSF, some what I imagine is camo, and then we have the Monster Trucks logo in a fine red detailing. It's really hard to see it, but it is in red, with a red detail on the bottom of the Hot Wheels logo, a red detail around the badge, some red detailing here and on the fender, and then the hood here, HWSF, some camo, some red detail, red headlights and turn signals, which is really cool. Thank you for doing that. A red windshield, really nice touch. And this side, same graphics, same red color. I love the red accents on the Blackout. It's so sick. And then the tailgate here, a giant Hot Wheels SF or HWSF badge with the Hot Wheels Special Forces. Very hard to see that, but that's what it says there in that little red stripe. And then a badge around in red with the red door windows here. And the roof here is camo with some more red stripes, and the badge again with the red detail and some wings across it. So overall, with also cherry red beadlocks and a black rim, and everything else is black. And oh, that's actually really interesting. A charcoal chrome chassis, which is very unusual for Hot Wheels to use. I don't even think they've used that before. So that's really cool. A charcoal chrome chassis. And that will conclude that one. And that is super sick. I must say that's one of my favorite trucks they released. It's just so clean. Although I'm not the biggest fan of all of them, there are a few trucks that they do make that are pretty cool. And there has been two in this case that I really like out of this entire year, more than others. But I still want to hear your guys' opinions on them, so please comment below. Let everyone know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time. It's a Random Monster Jam OCD, signing out.